So, who challenged you the most?
Mainly the whole belief of God. That's what challenged me here the most.
So, for people who don't know you, how would you introduce yourself?
How would I introduce myself? Well, actually, they would have to come up to me first. I'm not the one to approach first.
Yeah.
Mainly because I'm not paying attention, or I'm just like not out. I'm not paying attention, basically.
You
But
don't care.
if they were to come up to me and talk to me, I would just start off with a simple greeting, hello, say my name or whatever people want to call me, and whatever comes after that, that's how it goes. That's pretty much how any introduction should go.
Yeah.
Say your name and get straight to the point with it. So
Yeah.
let's get straight to the next question. How about that?
So, what kind of kid were you growing up?
Okay, seeing as this is going to be posted somewhere, I can't say that word, but I was kind of slow. Let's say that. I was like kind of slow. Not actually slow, just I wasn't really paying attention. That was it. I was just like not even hyperactive. I'm like to best describe it, it would be like a dying battery. No, it'd be like a dying battery. Like it's using all of its energy, but it's going so slow for no reason.
Okay.
I was completely different as a kid. Like comparing myself now to how I was before, you would think this is a different person. We kidnapped the wrong kid in the white van.
Right. So, what did your environment look like back then?
I don't want to say chaotic because it really wasn't. Like at home, it was kind of standard. Like I had a mom, a dad, a sibling to look after, but I would more likely try to take. Oh shoot! Yep, I was right. Let's not leave on this. Anyway, I would try to take a responsibility, but at the time of back then, I didn't fully grasp the idea of anything. So I would realistically just go with however things are going. Still do so now, but now I have more awareness to it. That's basically it.
So, if I met you before Faith, what would I have seen?
You would have seen someone who would get beaten up for just talking. And the reason why I say that is, and I'm comparing this to middle school me, and in middle school, let's be honest, all middle schoolers are kind of crazy. They just have no filter, no awareness. They were just out of control, man. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of one of those, but I was like tame. But the only reason I would say I was out of control is because I would just say any word. Like I would say what you would call a gay person, the F word. I would say the R word for people who are autistic. I would just say anything. Anything and everything was on the table for words I would use. Yeah. That's why I say say the question again.
I said, if I met you before Faith, what would I have seen?
Someone who did not know how to watch their mouth. Someone who did not know how to watch their mouth. That was basically it. That is the best answer I can ever give you.
So what were you going through at that time?
Okay, be more specific. Middle school or before Faith? Because there are two different
Before
periods.
Faith?
All right, before Faith. All right. So at the time, this was like, I want to say 10th grade for me. Because that's, hold up. Sorta. Yeah. Let's go 10th grade. 10th grade to 11. I was kind of, again, similar, just going with things, not really fully aware, not paying attention, all that stuff. Still good at school, I was just going by it. Every day was a snap. Not caring about the past. I was continuously moving forward, not even thinking back. That was me before Faith. But before Faith, I was also kind of in a slum because things went down in my personal life, and I just had like a little fallout point. I just was so upset for I don't want to say no reason. There were reasons to be upset, but how I was back then, it just elevated that times 10 for no reason.
Right.
It's like putting on the
double speed for no reason on a video.
So before Faith, I was just I don't want to say emotional wreck because all teenagers are, but it was a weird case for me. Like there was no answer to solve it.
Yeah. So what were some things you were trying to figure out back then?
At the time, I didn't even know what I was trying to figure out. I just wanted to yell at something or hit something. But at the time, I did know if I were to do any of that, I would have gotten serious. I would have gotten into actual trouble. And the weirdest part is, I did get in trouble, but it was for calling someone fat. I'm not even joking. There were these two people. I was making a comment to myself because they were talking about this one person who was like, "Oh, well, look at me! I look like I'm pregnant." I'm like, "Motherfucker! I've seen someone who looks fatter than you. Shut up." And they took that as I was calling them a pregnant fat. So I did defend myself. I was like, I was saying I was talking about something else. I was not directly talking about that person. And even if there was a video of me, which there was a video of me saying that word for word, it was off of school grounds. I should not have gotten in trouble for that, but I did anyway. But long story short, yeah, I was just going through something, and I just need to figure something out. Say the question again, so I'm not losing track.
What were some things you were trying to figure out back then?
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out how to get out of this slump, realistically. I didn't have a clear answer. I just knew I did not want to feel upset anymore. So that was it.
Did you feel like you had direction, or were you still searching?
As I said in the last few questions, it was a snap. I was not caring. I was going fast forward. There was no rewind option on the remote. I was just blitzing through it. I did not care. Of course, I did care about that stuff in the moment, but not later on. I would be like, all right, done the test. Time to get out. I don't care. Anyway, but yeah, I had no direction at all. I was just like completely lost. Like I was constantly hitting a brick wall, and people would say, "Go left," and I'm like, "No, I could break through the wall. Trust."
Right.
But no, I just kept hitting that wall.
So right before faith came into your life, like right at that point, how did faith come into your life?
Well, I didn't even know what faith was at that moment. Oh, excuse me, sorry, I was drinking. Anyway, I did not know what faith was at the time, and I ran into one of my old friends from middle school, and he was talking about he joined a new organization or a new group, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool. That's good for you. Are they helping you out and stuff?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's been going good." And he said it was faith, and I was like, "Wait, that's a place?" I thought that was and he just said, no, it's like a group thing. You have to come and see it. And then he invited me on a rainy day. And at first, I looked at the building and I said, okay, this might be a drug hospital. I'm not going to lie. It was rainy, cloudy, and from outside, all I heard was, I didn't even see the sign. That's how I was like, yeah, this is a drug hospital. We're doing drugs today, guys. This is how to cook meth with breaking innocence.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we got up the elevator. I went into the room, and again, I thought it was completely a crack house. That's just a comment on the building, not really the people.
Yeah.
The people were nice, some of them at least. And once I fully got the breakdown of what it was about, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go visit it for a few days, see how things go by, see if I like it. And at the time, I was doing nothing, so I literally lose nothing by coming here.
Yeah.
So I stopped by for a few weeks, and I was like, you know what? Not bad. It's not bad here. I don't mind coming here after school. I don't mind. I don't mind filling out my time here. Also, it looks good on a report card.
Right. So what made you actually show up the first time?
Definitely
the friend.
No, I'm not. Honestly, he was just a suggestion. He didn't really make me come here. It wasn't my sole reason for coming here.
Other than the building being looked around.
Okay. I only said that because it was a rainy day and outside is gray, so it's not really helping my case, but it's still proving my point. Anyway, the main reason I came here, I was like, you know what? Media. I was interested with media. I wanted to see how things were. So I mainly came here for media. Wednesdays were the group conference things. I call them a conference. I know it's something else here. But
what day was it when you came?
Okay, don't quote me on the actual date because it was somewhat in the...
No, I mean a day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
At the time, all I knew was Tuesdays was boxing, Wednesdays was the meeting thing, Jegnas meeting, and Friday was media. That was how I was told it. Well, those were the whole things I knew.
That's how it was before.
Yeah, that's how it was before.
We changed it to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Oh, so you changed it just to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Thursday's
boxing.
Self-defense, yeah.
Okay, all right. So now that I know that it's changed from the original, that actually helps better. I might actually show up for Fridays. I might, because I'm almost done with college. I'm like on my week 12, so I might. I wouldn't hold your breath though. Yeah. Anyway, but back to the question. The main reason I showed up for Jegnas in the first place, I was really interested in media, and I was already good with my own little setup I had on my phone. So I was like, you know what? Why not? It was fun. I enjoyed doing it. I still enjoy doing videos and stuff, but I was like, coming here is a little bit helpful because I would test out new things I never would have. I would have edited things differently. I would have saw from a different perspective of how to film and stuff. So this was kind of helpful, but in a way. Just in a way, though.
So what did that first experience feel like to you?
I felt like I was the new kid ready to join the army. Like you picked up a 4-year-old and you said, all right, we're going to military school. You're going to do all the work for me. Right. And you just put him through a landmine field and said, all right, have fun. And I'm just like, what? I just got here. And then they hand me an AK and like, all right, go shoot. And I'm like, no. But nah, on my first days here, I was so nervous. I was trying to make a good first impression. Not gonna lie, I was a teacher's pet. I was trying to be good. I kept my book on me. I kept my pen. I wrote down the agenda. And sometimes it was the same thing from last time. So I was like, okay. But after I got a good vibe for it, I was like, you know what? I can relax for a bit. So I dropped the act of being teacher's pet.
Right.
Anyway, so yeah. I was trying to make a good first impression, but after I got comfortable, I started being like a house cat. I was like, I'm staying on the couch. Is there something cool? Tell me about it. You puppet, you over there. Right. Give me my soda. Thank you. I actually said that to a few people. I'm ashamed of that.
So, all right. At what point did you realize this is different?
Well, I've never been a part of a community thing. Like the closest thing I would say was similar to this was like after school. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I'm comparing it to after school is because the schools I was in, they would select a few bits of students that needed help, giving them the option to come here and do extra work, so that way they would better learn. Right. And it would be like a little community thing too. It's like these selected few could come here and have the option to, do better stuff. I compared it to that because it was after school and stuff. But say the question again so I can rephrase my answer.
At what point did you realize this is different?
This was different. All right. This was more community-based than I realized because some of the lessons, this wasn't just about minor, small stuff. This was kind of like about like real-world stuff we're talking about. Right. Not only that, it was just a different vibe after a few meetings. Like, it was like a real good support group, basically. Yeah, like the sign says it all. It was like a real good support group, helping those who are young and active fathers out there, and basically help them out. It was like it's a good group where you can get along with some people, share some experiences, and grow from them. Yeah, so this was actually different. If I were to go back, I would do it again, realistically. I would do it again. I would come back. I would say, hey, Jordan, what's up? Oh, man, I forgot his name. He was a Asian guy. There was a black Asian guy who used to come here, but he moved. I forgot his name. I don't want to say Alex. Oh, shoot. I'll have to look that up later. Anyway, next question.
So, now, was there a moment where something just clicked for you here?
Okay, for here. What really clicked for me was...
I know technically you said the media.
Yeah, that was the media. That was the main motivation. But what clicked for me here was just not really the vibe, but more like the purpose of what this all was.
Right.
As soon as I as soon as I understood what the purpose was here, I was like, okay, now I get what the purpose of this is. Right. So now I can fit in a little better and possibly take some of these experiences here and bring them out to the world and stuff. Right. If that made any sense.
Right.
Please tell me I'm making sense and I'm not sounding like a retard. I'm not going to say that word, obviously, but...
No, you good.
We're gonna have to censor this, guys. Just put a censor bar. Just make me say burrito. Just make me say burrito for no reason. All right, next question.
I mean, if you say it enough times, I could probably
Burrito. Anyway,
I could probably clip it and
oh please do.
go over it.
Please do.
So, who challenged you the most during that time?
Okay, what do you mean by challenge? There's many ways to say challenge. Like someone who challenged, like who inspired you to do better challenge, who motivated you challenge. I mean, that's the same thing, but who also was competitive.
Well, motivated challenge is a little different.
Yeah, that's why I said be more specific when you say challenge. Because there's challenge motivation and challenge as in, all right, run the ones right now. I'm challenging you to a fight.
I don't mean that neither. I'm like challenge.
That's why I'm
like either challenge your beliefs, challenge your ideas.
Okay, challenging my beliefs.
Certain things,
certain
things like that.
Okay, I'm not sure if I can say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I don't believe in God, and that's not really a bad thing. I just don't care for it. I don't see the need to be fearful or be a servant to almighty God up there. I don't care for that. I never did. It was not anything I could see myself being. I tried it once. I was like, nah, this makes me look stupid. I look like a crying baby.
So would you call yourself an atheist?
Pretty much, yeah. Or just like a non-believer. But that's also what an atheist is. And there's nothing really wrong with it. It's just, I don't care for it. Like, that's the real meaning of atheists. They don't care for any religion. It's not like they're hating. I'm not actively telling a Christian to cry yourself a river, you depressed. I'm not saying that constantly. Right. I'm just like, I don't care. Talk to someone else. That's literally my words, word for word. But yeah, back to the question of challenging my beliefs. Mainly the whole belief of God, that's what challenged me here the most. That's the one thing I would say I don't like that much, but I understand why it's a concept you have to learn here. But I also, again, this is what challenged me. This is for those who need it, not the ones who you're trying to impose on. This is a support group. It's to help. It's to comfort, That's the whole point.
Now, beliefs, it doesn't have to only be religion.
I know. I'm just saying. Just saying in general. This is like a general stance. Yeah. I have a class in this, so we talked about this as well.
So what about others?
Other challenges. What other challenges were here? Honestly, to push myself past deadlines, I would say, because there were some times where I had to make a video for you guys, and I say I get it done by a certain time, but I'm like, okay, I was slacking a bit, so I had to quickly fix up this.
Yeah, I've done that.
And honestly, the videos take like 30 minutes full time for me to make, because like we had so little time, so it would be like roughly around 5 to 7 minutes I would make for you guys.
Right.
I'm not sure if you still use those clips. I hope you do, but I don't have copies of them saved. I delete them straight after.
Yeah.
But either way, it really taught me the meaning of deadlines. Yeah. And I know there wasn't any consequences to it.
And it's crazy because I have to actively edit the last video, the last episode.
Oh God, how bad?
Because I have to post that next week. I have to get that scheduled in by next week. So
how long is it?
So that's why I pre-recorded it last week.
Okay.
After I scheduled
after you scheduled this one.
After the last episode dropped, episode 2 dropped, I had to literally edit it. Like I had to literally film the video that day.
Film it.
Then once I got home, I gotta
you gotta
go into it.
You gotta add some spices and then serve it to the public.
Right. But now the crazy part about it was the second episode. The second episode. The second episode. I actually did on Monday last week.
Okay.
When I filmed it, and so then I had to. I was editing it just before the day before.
Yeah, I got it.
Just before
the
I dropped it.
Point is, it taught us deadlines, and I know there wasn't any consequences to it, but it's personal. Yeah. It's personal downsides. That's what really set in for you.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Next question, because I already said the answers. Oh, hey. I'm probably like talking your ear off, and you're like, end this now. Get me out of this chair. I am done talking to this 4-eyed freak.
Well, hell, I'm a 4-eyed freak.
Okay, so am I. I'm by myself.
What's something you heard or learned that stayed with you?
But something I heard and learned that stayed with me. That's kind of a toughie. Because, like, there was, like, 3 things.
It's 2 knobs. Move. Stop being bored. Move. Go on TikTok, you old man. Alright, we're keeping that. We are keeping that in. We are keeping that in. I have to shame him.
Alright. A few things that stuck with me. Honestly, mainly social skills. Like that, we were never taught that. But that is the one thing I've actually picked up from being here a lot. It was mainly social skills. How to interact with people, what type of people they would be, how they're raised. I would understand how some people are. Right. And it properly gave me a name for them, so I didn't just call them like a certain thing. Because like I didn't properly know how to like describe people or talk to people. Right. Coming here has definitely like helped me out a lot. Like fully breaking down how a person is to talking with them and how to make sure things go vibe. You know, that type of thing. That's pretty much what stuck with me the most here. Other than that, yeah, pretty much experimenting with new tools. Because this is another thing I actually learned here. Experimenting with new tools. One of your cameras I was working with, I got it to work. Going through the old files.
I did the same thing.
No, that was like a learning thing for me. Because I never personally held a camera. That was like the first time. And fully getting it to work, fully getting it to organize. Another thing I also learned, being a leader. That's actually another thing I learned. Being a leader.
Leadership.
Yeah, leadership. If you want to put a word on it.
Leadership skills, yeah.
Hey, if you want to put a word on it, okay, leadership skills. Anyway, I learned how to do leadership skills. I would direct some of the cast to film something for me. I would need them to do a certain action, say a certain line. That's pretty much what helped me out.
Now, I might need a co-director, but
okay,
for Faceless.
A Faceless? Okay.
It's called Faceless. It's a new web series, a drama web series.
Oh, wait, hold up. I think, was it, please don't call me on his name, but was it Ramon who wanted to start a series of like that?
That's me.
Okay, we're ending this. Sorry, so goodbye. Yeah, goodbye. I don't know him. I'm sorry, but I said don't quote me because I forgot his name. How's something?
I wouldn't have brought it up.
I didn't know his name. I forgot his name. I said I wouldn't forget his name, and I forgot his name. Okay, now I'm annoyed. I'm genuinely annoyed. I'm trying to remember his name now. God dang it. All right. Anyway, say the question again, and I'll see if I got an answer. Oh my God. No. I already answered.
I wasn't even asked. Like I asked the question, and then I just
chimed in. Yeah. All right.
I chimed in, and I was like, so I might need a co-director.
Okay. I don't mind picking
for
up
Faceless and stuff like that.
Just let me know when you're available for like actually recording the scenes, so I'll just show up. All right.
Yeah.
And where, obviously, but anyway. Next question. I already gave you
because I already know. I'm like, with Faceless and stuff, I'm starring in it.
Oh wow, you're starring, guys. He's the star.
No, co-star.
He's the.
We have a main character.
What is he, like 14?
No.
What is he, like, stupid?
No.
He's not stupid. Okay.
No. I mean, I was willing to do the main character's role. That's the crazy part. But Kenny had other ideas. So I said, all right.
That's all.
Excuse my French.
Nah, excuse my French. I said like so many slurs.
Yeah, but excuse my French. So like with the Faceless and stuff like that, I had we had somebody else, a director of another movie after ours. He gave the idea to Ken, the idea of my character being the best friend, to where I basically had set up
now please
his
tell me
grandmother getting getting robbed and boom.
All right. Now question. Is the main character a grown-ass man?
No.
Okay. All right. The film is saved, guys. We saved the film. It's not creepy. It's not creepy.
It's nearest teens.
All right.
Same thing as I am nearest teens.
What is
Stuff like that.
Vigilance?
But it's everything that's like it's like a vigilante group.
Oh, a
Like,
vigilante group.
So
Oh,
the
that actually
group
makes sense.
is faceless.
Wait, the what?
The group is called Faceless.
Okay, that is good. That is good.
And
That is
so
good
the reason why we did that is because anybody can be faceless. Anybody could be. You could be the one giving out suggestive punishment.
That's clever.
Without
That is
killing.
clever. That is very clever. All right, but anyway, the one of the other film and media members,
Right.
they wanted to do a series as well, and for a while it was written on the board as well, and he wanted to do like similar things with AI, like he would do AI picturing, and I knew exactly what he was talking about. This AI app called AI Leonardo.com. It was a thing where you make AI generated images of something and you would play it out. He would try to integrate that to this original series he was trying to make.
What was the series?
Again, I forgot the name. I forgot his name and the actual series name. And we wiped it down after like a full month of it being there. We made no progress.
Mm.
So it was pointless anyway.
I'm surprised I didn't see it because I probably was in Florida.
Yeah, you were in Florida at the time. This was, I believe, during 2024. Yeah, during 2024.
Florida at that time.
Yeah, exactly. You weren't here, so I had
So,
to
they did it that month, and then they just erased
We
it.
tried to do it that month, but no one wanted to show up.
Yeah, but this
Things
is something we're actually.
I know. That's why. That's why I'm like, this is great. That's why I'm like, this is great. I like that. Anyway, let's go back to the thing. Next question. Look,
we actually just read.
We ranted for a full 10 minutes in total. We wasted so much minutes.
How did your mindset start to change?
And my mindset started to change. That's a good question. I actually never asked myself that, and I've asked myself like 3 questions for a total of 2 years. What did I want to do? How did I want to do it? But not what it needs to change. Right. So realistically, what really changed for me was, I want to say when I got out of high school. I did not know what I wanted to do for a career, and at the time, I did not have a plan for anything outside. I just knew I would keep moving, but I didn't know where to move. This falls back with a direction, which I kind of do have a direction right now, but we'll save that for like a different question that I know will come up later. But what really changed was, I want to say me taking charge of how I ran things, but that really wouldn't fit the bill, because all that really changed was me being more responsible for every action I would do as of now. That's really what changed. I would have more responsibility, more management to all that. Right now I'm currently on my break and this is like a mental break, so I have like a few assignments I need to do, so that's why I'm on break. I'm taking my mental break so I don't crash out or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, what really changed was me actually finding a direction and taking up the responsibility to go along with that action.
Right.
So that's what really changed.
So what's something you started doing differently after that?
I started waking up early. I started waking up early, guys.
Anything more?
I know. I said that was a joke, because I would wake up at like 3 in the afternoon most days.
That's good. That's good. Anything more?
Now I wake up at 7 in the morning. But no. What changed? Oh, say the question again, because I think.
What's something you started doing differently?
Okay, yeah. What's something I started doing? Okay, what's something I started doing
differently?
Yeah, I got it. It's something I started doing differently. I would definitely waking up early. Actually, I'm not even gonna lie. That's actually what I started doing. I know it was supposed to be a joke, me waking up early, but no. What I actually did that really started changing was me waking up early for a set appointments for stuff, like school time to get there, assignments, all that stuff, and I would need to be awake in order to do that certain stuff, because I like to sleep in. But now I can't, so I have to, that's really what a change I had to do. It's a commitment, but it's fine. It's not big, it's average.
Right. So what did growth look like for you after that point? Faith. That's what I mean by that.
After faith. Honestly, I was bored for like 3 months.
You know what to do.
No, I just did not know what to do. But I did know what I needed to do. And honestly, at the time, I was still trying to get into college. Like, I was trying to get some things to work. I was impatient. And that's something I'm still trying to work on because I'm not good with patience.
What did growth look like after,
Okay.
for you after that point?
What growth looked like for me was actually acting like an adult. And I already did somewhat act like an adult, but it really kicked in. Like, I had to step up more than how I normally would step up. And that's really the main answer I can give. Because that's what growth looked like. I had to step up more. I had to walk up more of the steps. And I will say it wasn't easy. It's nothing in life is easy, unless you're talking about walking. Then that's easy. Talking, that's also easy.
We're walking and talking and walking and talking.
I mean, yeah, that's easy. I actually took care of a
just
kid.
as easy as breathing.
I took care of a stage 4 autistic kid, and they knew how to walk perfectly. By the way, they were 3 years old, so again, that was easy.
I mean, the crazy part about it is like with children, shoot, there are kids that are there's babies.
But those
that
are
are like-
babies. This
that
was an
like-
adolescent.
No, but what I'm saying is like they're like babies at maybe 6 months, 7 months old walking.
Dude,
at
that is
this
true.
point.
That is true.
And it's like,
Like the latest for a baby or a kid in general to like start walking is 2 years old.
Mm.
That's actually the statistics. But anyway, next question.
what was still hard even after things started changing?
Maintaining that change realistically. Like, I know I said how it wasn't easy, but like I said also before, it's a commitment. Like, if you're willing to change, you need to keep up to that.
Right.
You can't just say, all right, I'm going to take out the trash one day, and you do it not that day, but you take it out later. Like,
Right.
that's that you have to commit to taking out the trash. You have to commit. Oops, excuse me, sorry. You have to commit to that marriage. I know you
Right.
cheated, but you still got to commit to it.
Right.
That was terrible. I mean, I'm not a cheater, but still, that is terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to commit to the change. You have to commit to walking. You have to commit to breathing. You have to commitment
Well,
is the main thing
I
to
mean,
doing something.
Now, with breathing,
I mean, that's
you have to commit to breathing.
exactly.
You're not gonna be able to-
Exactly. That furthers my point.
You wouldn't be walking and talking and
Exactly.
doing anything right now.
That further proves my
So
point. You
breathing
have to
is not
commit.
just anything. It's not just a thing. It's to do.
I mean, for some
you gotta do it.
I mean,
Like,
for fish, that's different.
I mean, they're still breathing.
No,
They're
technically,
breathing underwater.
You're right. Technically, yes, but technically, they're not breathing.
Well,
They're not
technically
breathing
they are.
air. They're not
They're
breathing
still
air.
breathing something.
they're breathing.
And technically, water does have air.
Yeah, it
in
does have air in it.
Oxygen.
Yeah, I got it. H2O.
So
I took science class.
So they are breathing air. It's just not in the form that we breathe. Whatever that. I mean,
This is the talk show host, by the way. This is the talk show host. Grown man, by the way. Like I'm not a grown man. I'm about to be.
I mean, hell, I just turned 21. Like,
I'm about to be 20 tomorrow.
I just turned 21 about a few days ago. Like,
Oh, boo-hoo you. I'm about to be 20 tomorrow. Get out of here.
yeah.
All right, next question.
What kept you going when things weren't easy?
Oh, that's actually a tough question. Honestly, I don't even have a real answer for that. I don't really know what kept me going. Like, there were many times I could have just said, you know what? I give up. There was a moment I could have dropped out of one of my classes, because like I can drop out of one class, and just exchange it for another. I could do that. But I said, you know what? I'm going to commit to it. And I think my mindset at the moment was, I already started. I might as well continue. Like, it can only get worse from how it started, you know? And that's realistically just a me thing, because once I start something, I'm committed to finishing it. Either perfect or with a score I'm okay with walking home with. So, realistically, what kept me going was the idea that I already started.
I can't ask this question because you're not a father.
Obviously. I mean, you can ask it anyway, because I do have an answer for it.
So, how would your role as a father begin to change if you were?
Well, I would say I did feel like a sub-father for this job I was in. By the way, I'm a paraprofessional. I was. Like, I think I'm part-time at this point, but yeah. I was assigned to this one middle schooler. He was like 11, and his main issue was he wouldn't focus in school. So my job was just to keep him focused. But I was day one, I just kept telling him to pay attention. But part of me was like, this is stupid. This is genuinely stupid. I could do more than this. So I pushed myself and said, you know what? Instead of just telling him to do it, let me help him. Because, I mean, he's smart. He is smart. It wouldn't hurt to help him. So I took the extra measure and I worked out a system with him. I said, hey, listen, I know you want to draw, but I want you to do good here. So how about this? If you do this, I will let you draw. And that was the agreement. That was the silent agreement we made. And it worked. My proudest moment was actually him getting his test score back and got 100.
What does your life look like today?
What does it look like today? How would my life look today? How is my life today? I would honestly say pretty stable. I might give a different answer, but it's all on the same answer, so that's fine. Anyway, it's honestly basically a college life if I was at a college dorm. Except no drinking or parties.
Right. So what are you focused on right now?
What am I focused on? I'm focusing on getting my classes done. I did have a fallback, but now that fallback has already happened, I'm ready to push on forward to the next.
Okay. So what's something about your life today that younger you wouldn't believe?
That I chose to go back to school after years of oppression, being a slave in those classrooms. He would look at me and say, brother, what is wrong with you? How dare you go back? I was trying to, what? Kill yourself? Don't do that. I was trying to pursue an education. Why? Because I need a job. Don't do that. Just ask mom. Actually, you know what? Don't ask mom. You know what? Just kill yourself. I can't. That would be an actual argument with my younger self. We would just literally argue back and forth. Just die. Why?
So what are you most proud of at this stage in your life?
What I'm most proud of? I am proud that I have achieved stuff that I lost. I know. Don't you rush me. Don't you rush me. You think I know how time works? It's been 15 minutes. Okay, fine. All right. What I'm most proud of is the fact that I was able to obtain stuff that I lost in the past. Next question.
Nice. I don't know why I just said,
I mean, what else do you say? Nice. You could also say, that's fucking shit. How dare you? Alright, next.
When you hear the word Jegnas, what does it mean to you personally?
It would mean the word guardian. And it shares the same meaning to the original name.
So basically protector.
We've been over this. Protector is just defense. I also do offense. And I also do support. So I do more than just defend. So you see, I do more than just laze around. This is a terrible rough cut.
In what ways are you showing up for others now?
In what ways I'm showing up for others right now is that I'm more compassionate towards others, and I'm more strategic when I do give advice to them and help them out through their situations.
Right.
I'm not closed-minded as I once was. I'm not just blunt and stupid. I actually take the time and effort to fully do better and help others to be better.
Right. So who are you pouring into today? Or what are you pouring into today?
Who am I pouring into? I am pouring what? I am in a hole. See, I met this one girl. Her name was Stella. I poured into her last night for 5 hours straight. I didn't stop. I just kept going.
Let me. Not kidding. I'm kidding.
All right. I know you. I know you're looking at him like,
What?
They say
I have an active sex life.
This
Do
ain't
you
the
mind?
OnlyFans. This ain't the OnlyFans. We don't need to know your life. Sex life.
No. I'm kidding. I don't pour into anyone. I have no one to pour into. So what I'm really pouring into, what physically I'm pouring into, I am putting everything I have into the work I'm doing right now. My job and my college work.
Nice.
I am putting everything I have into it just to make ends meet.
Nice.
I'm not trying to go for a perfect solid 100. Maybe an 80, but that's it. Just an 80. I'm trying to graduate with an 80.
So why is it important for men, especially fathers, to have community in their life?
Now, we don't need you talking for this, so let me talk. Anyway, why I think men, especially fathers... Anyway, so why I think it's important for men, especially fathers, to have a support group is because not everyone has the answer or has the ideal concept of how to raise a child. So it would be in the best interest for these said men to, have a place where they feel like they're not alone. They would have a place that they're not alone to where they feel like they actually know what to do with the help of others. Mm-hmm. It would never hurt to have a helping hand, So, in all honesty, this would be, if anything, a support group is needed for them as well. So,
right.
It could never hurt to not have one,
Right.
So, yeah. That's my answer.
So, getting into our reflection. So, when you think about your journey, what hits you the hardest?
All right, I'm gonna wrap it up. Goodbye. Anyways, for real, I had to put that joke back in. Anyway, what was the most hard hitting for me? Acknowledging my age, because I don't really think about my age that much. I don't think you do either.
Right.
Like, you're 21. I'm just now about to turn 20 in a few hours. Mm-hmm. What exactly does that... Realistically, I shouldn't have the mindset to answer any of these questions. I shouldn't.
I should.
You shouldn't even be asking.
I should have the mindset to be asking questions.
I know, but you would, to another person, you're like, oh, you're so young, you should be living out your life. And to a younger kid, you're like, yo, Unc, pass me the fries.
But at the same time, I'll probably ask them, be like, should I? I mean, what's the definition of 20?
What is the definition of 19? How about that?
What's the definition of a 16-year-old's life?
You don't really talk about it, but whose prime year is 19? Who's in their prime when they're 19? No one.
Even though your prime...
We skip over 19. Like, the major age groups
16.
are... No. Let me list it off. There's obviously 10 years old, because you're 10, you're double digits.
Right.
You're 13, where you're actually a young teen.
Right.
16, because sweet 16, I don't care why. I think that's a female thing. I mean,
No, 15 is a female thing.
No.
Yeah.
Sweet 16.
Because in Latina, when you're a Latina, you have a 15.
Okay, do I look Latina to you? Get out.
Obviously,
you racist.
Obviously, you're not a Latina because you're not a female.
Oh, wow. I didn't know there was a type of thing. But for yeah. All right. Let's get back to that.
Because I'm a Latino, but we don't do king sis, but
10
women,
13,
the girls, they do king
15. Okay. Yeah. I'll just rope 15 and 16 together. All right. Yeah. 10, 13, 15, 16. Then there's 18, and then there's 21. And that's it. That's where the
21 and 25.
I mean, who really
21 and 25.
I mean, who counts 25?
No, I said 21 to 25. 25 is the day that you fully develop, your brain is fully developed.
Fair enough. Yeah, but other than those years, what else is a primal time in your life? None.
Middle age.
I mean, but you're gonna be 50 for that. All right, let's keep going.
I mean, we are.
We're almost done.
All right. When did you have to unlearn to become who you are today?
As I said before it was cut out rudely.
I'm talking to you.
I don't have anything to unlearn because I'm always over-prepared for anything. And that's kind of stupid in my opinion because I'm putting in so much effort just to look presentable.
Right.
when it's gonna be when the introduction is gonna be over in less than 5 seconds.
Right.
So to me, that's dumb. But for others, that's a good person right there.
Right.
I would hire him to mow my lawn.
Fuck that. As long as it pays right. Okay.
Get to work, you Mexican. Anyway,
Fuck that.
that was racist. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm not Mexican, so I don't care.
Tino's the same thing.
I'm not
Okay,
Mexican.
no, that was racist. But
What almost stopped you from getting here?
when I was 17, I was too tired to tie a noose. It was the middle of the night. I had like a cord. It could be tieable. And I was just about to tighten it. And I was like, nah,
I don't need to do that.
I don't. I really don't. That is so real. I don't think I told anyone I killed myself. I tried to kill myself. But yeah. I mean, I did tell 2 people. Not counting you. Yeah, I told 2 people. But yeah.
So, what do you want people to understand about your story?
My story isn't complicated. It's just in a zigzag. My story isn't that complicated. Like, I started out, like, alone.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very sad. I haven't opened up about how my childhood is. No one ever asked. No one properly asked. So, what I can say is that I was alone. And now, I'm content with being alone. I mean, yeah, I have friends and I had them along the way.
Yeah, but
they
you
were
prefer to be by yourself.
No, they
Because
came.
they're not really.
No, they came in the middle part of when I was changing. They
Right.
came when I changed.
Right.
Like as soon as
That's
I changed, they were like, "Yo, dab me up, my homie," and I'm like, "Yeah," you know. So they're
So
not.
like when you like go back to it's like it's kind of awkward for you. Like,
Yeah.
So, like, you're like,
They were.
hey, what's up?
They were around
I
when
guess.
they were around when I was in a good time. So
Right.
I can't really say I had a friend during my bad times.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm content with being alone. I'm also content with having people around me. So it's not that bad.
50-50.
It's 50-50. Not even 50-50. It's a 100.
So the signature closing.
You mean the conclusion? Stupid.
If you could sit down with your younger self for 5 minutes, what would you say?
Right. Anyway, move out of the chair for a moment. No, I meant move out of the chair so I can have to talk to myself. I'm going to demonstrate it properly. Hey there, it's me. You're from the future. You want to know how I know? You want to know how I? You want to know how I am from the future? You accidentally peed the bed when you were 20. I'm just kidding. But anyway, we're for real. You dropped a toy in the toilet one time and you used your hand to dig it out. Yeah, I know. Don't worry. No one figured that out. But anyway, I came back in time to tell you 3 important things. 1, you do deserve love. I promise. People do care about you, okay? 2, not everything is your fault. Stop it. Stop it. And 3, stop listening to other people. Just stop. Use your brain. Think for yourself. That voice in your head, listen to that one, okay? But only at home, okay? Anyway, now I gotta go. Oh, I have extra time? Damn. Anyways, how have you been?
Hope you guys like that. Like that interview. Hope you guys want to see more. And yeah, and
I
really
wasn't
hope
paid for this. Paid anyway. Well, you're not paying me. You said I would get $50.
Never said that.
You
Never said that.
I'm joking. I'm happy to be here.
Anyway, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next episode.
Wait,
so yeah.
Wait, we're ending it here? Wait, we're ending it here? No. You can't end it here. You said...